This is the last tape that Barbara sent to me in Alaska. It was recorded in December 1956, and Barbara finished it the night of Betty's shower. And it was the same evening that Betty's family received a telegram from me stating that I would be on my way home for Christmas. Since nobody wanted to detract from Betty's shower, they decided not to tell Barbara that I'm on my way home until the shower was over. And Barbara was insisting upon getting this tape mailed, and so Bing went ahead and mailed it, rather than explain why he wouldn't have to. So let's listen to this one.
Bing was being distracted there for a while, but actually, Elliott, you see, this is my new future brother-in-law.
Does he know that yet?
Oh, does he know that? You think I'd keep that a secret from him? And this is Elliott. Say hi to Bing. Yeah.
Elliott, I have approximately, 23 days left as a bachelor? 24 days, a one-day reprieve. And the biggest worry in this house at the moment is whether you can make it or not. And we all certainly hope you can.
Yeah. Oh. Well, all right, now, Bing, why don't you tell Elliott about some of the plans? Like, all of the excitement that's been going on around here.
Well, if we could close the door, I could tell him about we're giving Betty a shower.
Yeah. I told him.
Oh, you know that already. Well, we're going up to Vermont for the honeymoon. First, we're going to spend 3 days at Cape Cod. I just made reservations today. We'll probably have about 2 weeks away from the office. Betty's does he know that Betty's going to leave Sports Illustrated?
No, I haven't told him too much about that.
We're hoping that Betty can switch from Sports Illustrated to Time, because we don't feel it's good to be working on the same magazine.
I know Elliott would think that, too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're always bumping into each other in the hall, and if I ever want to flirt with any of the secretaries and Betty's around, I can't do that very well.
Yeah, that's difficult.
Mm-hmm. But you haven't heard anything new about Elliott getting out as of this moment, hey?
No, I heard from him today, but
I think it's a shame that it's taking so long.
Isn't that terrible? Why do you suppose it is?
Well, the Egyptians, I guess. I don't know. I don't know the whole story. That's the trouble. But I know it's a frustrating. Does Elliott know I was in the service?
Yeah.
We never sent that first tape that we taped that night.
Uh-uh.
I was in the Air Force for a long while, and I know exactly how you feel. I was lucky to get out on. I got out December the 13th, 1954, just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And which is very nice, getting home for Christmas.
Yeah. If he doesn't get home for Christmas, I'm sure he'll be home this part of January.
Oh, I hope so. But the whole house is afleur with there's presents all over the place, and Mrs. Bredin hasn't been herself since we first announced this thing. and it's great excitement. We've had books on etiquette out all over the floor, and I've had a million and one things to do, and the groom usually you'd think has nothing to do. You'll find out. They say the bride has everything to do, and the groom has nothing to do, but. You got to think about what to wear, and you got to think about getting presents for the ushers, and make reservations here and there, and you go broke. I've decided you could write a very, somebody wrote a book, Father of the Bride.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that today, and you learn all about a wedding, all the funny parts from the father of the bride's standpoint and the bride's, but nobody's written anything from the groom's standpoint, and going up to a hotel and making a reservation for one night for January the 12th, and everybody started looking at you and feel your face getting beet red. Oh my.
Well, Dottie told me that this woman was, I don't know whether she was a hostess or something at a hotel in Florida, and when they found out there was a newlywed couple, they ride them up and down in the elevator several times, and do sort of silly things like that.
Well, you can't disguise. I forget what it was. Oh, I guess that's right. When Betty and I went to get our marriage license, it was in the municipal building down on Wall Street, or near Wall Street. And we finally found the correct building, and we went in, and naturally there's lots of different offices besides the Marriage License Bureau in the municipal building. And we sort of wandered in with a sort of blank, lost expression on our face. And some man standing, I guess a guard standing by, said, "Marriage License Bureau, to your right," just like that. And we realized for the first time, we had it written all over our faces. And so I guess that's the way it's going to be. When we go up to Stowe, we won't be able to fool anybody. I told you we were going to Vermont. We're going to Vermont to ski. Betty, who's a fairly avid skier, has talked me into going up there. I never skied in my life. I refuse to break my leg, as they say you always do, because I'm not going down a slope any steeper than the one outside here. I'm just going down the gentlest ones. But it should be fun.
I didn't know you had never skied.
You didn't really? Well, I never liked cold weather for that matter. I don't skate.
No,
I don't
but look
ski.
who you're talking to.
Yeah, that's right. Did he like it before he went, or he probably hates it? Probably hates it now. No, I hate cold weather. At least I did. I don't mind it as much anymore. I guess that's because I'm getting older and fatter or something. More meat on my bones. I don't freeze as easily. But
Yeah.
I see you got that Bob Nathan book over there.
Yeah.
Bobby has that. Yeah.
I don't know. No, not that one.
I got a
And
quick.
that's not the one that I've got. Yeah, that's Sir Henry. But, Mommy, would you like to come in and wish Elliott a Merry Christmas?
I thought I was going to wish Elliott a Merry Christmas in person.
Well, I guess he
Merry
did too.
Christmas, Elliott. When are we going to see you?
Mommy, don't. And this is aggravating him, I know.
You meant to answer back, Elliot.
Well, I think you're just as anxious as Barbara.
Barbara's not anxious.
Oh,
I
no.
haven't noticed any anxiety.
Oh, wait a minute
putting it
now.
very
I haven't noticed any.
Oh,
Hey,
that's putting it very
a
lightly.
popular girl like Barbara?
She misses you, Elliott, so try to come home.
I haven't noticed that either. All these things, I don't notice them.
Wait a minute now. You know, no kidding around, Elliott. I make it fairly obvious around here that I miss you. I really do.
Look, I got my eyes and ears open all the time, Elliot, and I haven't noticed
Now,
a
wait a
thing.
minute,
Not a thing.
No, he's kidding. Aren't you?
In fact, until tonight, I thought you were stationed down in Alabama. I knew it was someplace that began with an A and ended with an A.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Yeah.
Mhm.
So, now what else can we... Oh, so Elliott knows that that's January 12th at 3 o'clock,
That's right.
and then the reception is at 4.
Champagne.
Yeah. And I think Elliott likes champagne. We were there arguing outside about Betty getting dressed up.
Betty's getting upset now because we've been trying to get her into a dress, so she'll look right for the what do they call it, the shower, which she doesn't know is coming.
Yeah.
So she's saying the two of you have gone around telling me to get changed.
Yeah.
She's near tears, I can tell.
Yeah, she is.
She cries on the drop of a hat. No kidding. That lower lip goes down, and we're ready to go. Get the umbrella out. Yeah, you talk to Elliot.
Yeah,
a
that
second.
sounds familiar. Does that sound a little familiar to you? It runs in our line. It runs in our family, honey. Well. At any rate, honey, I was sorry. I was listening in on this conversation. Betty said she had an ugly outfit of a green pair of socks and a blue hideous skirt and blue blouse. And so Betty's saying, I made the concession to change the green socks. She's really nearly ready to die because she thinks people are dictating her wardrobe too much. It's pretty hilarious around here, honey. You just get such a boot out of the whole thing. And that's the story. So, what else? I have to get out of here soon. And Elliott, I have so much to say to you. Oh, and I guess when we do have the chance to say, because I know it's happened before, but I always feel that I have so much to say to you, and so much just I want to just talk to you and tell you so much. And when we do get together, I never can think of anything. Isn't that awful? So, I think perhaps when I greet you, for the first time, it always used to be what my dad used to say to me when I went away, and I came back. He'd always say, "Oh, have you been away?" And I just like to say that to you, but I think probably you think that was awful. But that sentence holds something so beautiful in my own memory. Have you been away? Type of thing. Silly, isn't it? Well, it's a lovely time around here. There's great joy and happiness, and part of my prayers have been answered by Betty being so happy, Elliott, because she's always in my prayers, and I have never wanted. One of my first considerations has always been that Betty would be happy, and I'm just so thrilled. I just can't tell you how thrilled I am that her cup runneth over so like it does now, because she's speechless with all the new and exciting things that have entered her life, and she's just, I don't know, honey, it's something quite glorious.
Well, that was the end of our tape recordings from Alaska. I didn't quite make it home for Christmas, but I got back to Queens to see Barbara a couple of days after Christmas, and I was in Bing's wedding. And needless to say, Barbara and I got married in June and lived happily ever after.